Okay, so we're back once again. Yes, Midjourney. And you'll notice my canvas here is looking a little bit different. Obviously, Japanese woman. But as you can see here, I'm on the Midjourney website. So we've moved away from Discord and are now using the Midjourney website, albeit the alpha version. So this was in one of their recent updates. Here, please note, starting now, if you've made at least 1,000 images on Midjourney, you can now alpha test our image creation website here at alpha.midjourney.com. And the way you check that, you go into Midjourney, I'll just go to my own dojo here, and then you put in /info, just like that. And here you can see it comes back with all this various detail, and you can see here, lifetime usage, 1,459 images. And so therefore I can use their website. So you can see up the top here, you don't have to put in imagine, you just put in your prompt. So in this case, it was a beautiful Japanese woman, splatter fashion in the style of light and shadow and ink. And I'll show you where I got that from a little later as well. And then you've got here, down here, these various options here. So you can vary it, upscale it, remix it, pan left or right, zoom, more, rerun, vary region, image. So use, you can use the image, prompt. I'm not sure what these two are here, but for instance, if I wanted to vary it, I'll go subtle. Then as you can see down the side here, giving me some variations. Pretty quick, actually. These look really nice, nice sort of illustrations. I do like these. And also in the prompt, if you put in a prompt in here, of course, you can also, why don't we put in a prompt? Let's go to our Discord. This is a fun one here. Comic caricature illustration. This is from Amiri. I hope I've said that right, Amiri. Comic character illustration. Now she's doing this on Remix AI, but I'm taking it as a prompt. I'm going to use it in Midjourney. I've already done one of these, but this is fun anyway. So we can put a prompt in here, and I'll put in here, again, I've done this already, but I think it's fun. We're going to put in Mo Salah. Mo Salah, running down the wing in his Liverpool strip. Okay, and then you can go here to the various prompting and you can change things up. We can make it a bit weird, variety. Got a lot of variety last time. I'm just going to bring the variety down, stylization, stuff like that. And then again, you can put it into either square, landscape. Let's go square on this one, and standard or raw. Let's go standard and then hit fast, and then it should go away and generate those images, which is going to be interesting. We should be working on those. Here's the one I did earlier, actually. You'll see here, comic caricature illustration, Mo Salah in his Liverpool strip, and style was raw on that occasion. So what you ended up with some very different, that does not look like Mo Salah. That is quite fun. But that's a great portrait. I love that. That's a great portrait of Mo Salah. But this is more the caricature one, which I really like. I think it's a really cool caricature, funny image of Mo Salah. This one's very artistic. That would look good on a stretched canvas if you are a Liverpool or Mo Salah supporter. But so let's see what they've come up with here. Oh my Lord. Now you see, so I think because I've done it in style, it's done it with, yeah, it's gone for that kind of, whoa, look, it's a little Funko figure of Mo Salah. But these are really cool. He looks a bit mean there. That looks fun. I think that one, it looks the most fun. I don't know why he's a bit boss-eyed there. But there we go. Comic character illustration, Mo Salah in his Liverpool street, exaggerated features with oversized heads. But as you see, a lot of fun. Rather than being an illustration, it's gone more photographic. So like giving us like a 3D render rather than an illustration. These ones, which I did in RAW, are much more in that illustrative manner. These ones, it's because I'm scrolling on my mouse. You can scroll through. You can see some of the ones I've done earlier. Like these are very varied. But these are interesting ones. These are just in a coffee shop. I was experimenting, and then started off with this, and then you can go. I wanted it wider, so I just did pan to the right down here. You can't see behind my head. Pan to the right here, and then it gave me a nice kind of 16:9 portraiture of a Japanese woman in her 40s, chilling in a coffee shop, enjoying a nice coffee and watching the world go by. She's happy and content and stylish in a cool urban way. Photojournalism. And these are the various ones that it came back with. Now, it's interesting because somebody in my comments last time said, if you put in, say, a Japanese woman in her 50s or whatever, the variance of age, it's like any age from terms of looks, from any age from about late 30s to like 80. It really varies. So this is a woman in Japanese in her 40s, but you got same prompt. Checking the same prompt. Yeah, that. There are variations. But you can see very, very different styles and looks. Who's she having a coffee with there? She's looking straight at the camera. Maybe she's having a coffee with me. Who knows? But there you go. This is a fun one I did before I went to the Midjourney site. I did it on my Discord site. But if you put in knolling there, and this is of a Mini Countryman S, my car. The arrangement is captured from above with dynamic focus lighting that casts intriguing shadows and emphasis the Mini Countryman as a centerpiece of engineering and cars. So you can basically put in knolling of like anything. So for instance, if I let's remix here, but we'll put in here and Star Wars vehicles, something like that. Yeah, let's see what we get there. Okay, here the Star Wars. Look at that. Now that's really good. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think this is the closest to what I was going to. I forget they're called like AT-ATs or walkers or something like that, but really cool. You'll also see the speed is much quicker than on Discord, which is quite interesting. This I haven't even paused it. Normally I pause between some of the prompting that I do, but these really cool. Yeah, I'm loving that. That's so cool. There we go. It's like a sort of, there used to be these car books, Hamlin's. I want to say Hamlin's car manuals. Yeah, it looks like one of those. A breakdown of the Star Wars AT-AT. I think it's called AT-AT. Anyway, there we go. All right, so this is the basic change. We're doing it on the Midjourney Alpha website. Let's dig out some more prompts. Now this is fun. This has been made with marshmallows. Again, it's Amira. Amira Zairi. Thank you, Amira Zairi. She did this on DALL-E and Bing, but we're going to do it on Midjourney. And of course, I want to make my favorite. Come on. No, not Japanese woman. Godzilla made of marshmallows, orange and orange, really. Let's go purple just because be out there on floor. We'll just put. Okay. Don't need the word prompt. Let's go. Okay. So there we are. I've hit that and we'll see this in real time. You see this little slots above me here. It's going to start filling in those slots there. And we look at the ones she's done, this eagle, dragon here, all made out of little marshmallow bits. Or a cute sort of mouse thing going on there. What's that? An owl, is it? An owl with teeth. Monster thing. Anyway, so there we go. Let's see what we are delivering here. We've got it here. Wow. Now I just put floor, so it's made a massive marshmallow Godzilla thing going on there. Yeah, look at that. Marshmallow. There we go. Marshmallow Godzilla. Very good. Oh my God. Look, big old chunky marshmallows. They haven't gone for mini marshmallows. They've gone for the kind of normal size. Oh, that's a giant one. That's really weird. Let's look at that. Looks like it's made out of marshmallow, whereas these look like they're made out of marshmallows, as in, put together. I like that one, I think. I like the colors in this one. Actually, I like this one. There we go. That's a fun one, I think. I really enjoyed doing that one. Marshmallow Godzilla. Why not? Next one here is Curtis's Art for Joy. And look at these. These look like beautiful Victorian inkworks. Beautiful effect. I'm loving that. ballerina. Yeah. Victorian. So it just really Victorian street scene, water and ink dripping. Victorian woman flamenco dancing. So here we go. Why don't we go? This will confuse it, but Victorian detective running down the streets of London, coloured inks. Then we get a Sherlock Holmes kind of illustration going on here. These are some examples. Look at that. Wow. Played a little with your prompt, he said. This person did. Oh, amazing. Really nice. This is from Royal Kongzi. Royal Kongzi. Beautiful work. Look at those Victorian illustrations. Okay, this is interesting. I put Victorian woman detective. I didn't mean a Victorian woman detective. Never mind. Okay, so these are very interesting. I wonder if I put in raw. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so it's not really interpreted it in that. I mean, I'm loving it, the styles, but what we need is, this is almost like comic book. I guess it's colored ink. So it's interpreted in a very different way than DALL-E, and it's given these variations here. They look like comic book illustrations. Why has she got a hat? Is that make a detective? But I like it. I like it, actually. Colored inks, dripping. I'm liking the dynamism in it. I'm loving the comic book effect. Maybe I've stumbled on. You see, sometimes if you take prompts that people use in different AI art systems like DALL-E 3 and things like that, and then put them into Midjourney, you get something very different. And what if we went remix, and then we went, let's tweak some things here. Let's go raw. Let's reduce stylization down and the weirdness. Yeah, we'll up the weirdness a bit, give it landscape and just see, and there we go. And let's see what we get. So, and I've gone for raw now to see what difference that makes. And there you can see top slot there, going to be filled up very soon. Some very interesting work. Are they all done in DALL-E, I wonder? These various ones that people have done and tweaked. Really nice. I'm liking those. Very illustrative in their style. Okay, so much more illustrative, bit more weirder. Why is she holding a sword? What looks like a sword. I quite like these. They're kind of very weird because I've upped the weirdness a bit. Did I down? Very stylized, very different. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, if you're new to my channel, please do me the great honor. Why don't you hit subscribe, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with videos like this. Okay, so we're going to go here, a samurai. Samurai. I watched Yojimbo. Let's get some nice colors here. Blue, orange, surreal glitches. Go. So yeah, I watched Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo last night, so I'm inspired. I want a bit of Toshiro Mifune, the actor there, samurai, Yojimbo. See if they come up. Not often with Midjourney, the samurai that you come up with tends to have like full armor on. And in Yojimbo, he's just got his Yakuta dressing gown thing, his Japanese wear on. But we'll see. Look, so straight away, we're getting some images through. Like there, it's the armor here. It's interesting. I quite like the paint splatter. This one I'm not so enamored by. I'm not sure I like this one. This, interesting, nice colors in there. This is more interesting to me, slightly more dynamic. And again, this is nice as well. Maybe a bit too surreally and glitchy for me. I'd probably have to remix it a few times to try to get to the level that I'm like. So I'm not sure I like this effect too much. Very different here from Ludwig Creator. I used S100 except for Fort Pirate. I stylized for more realistic. This is the Pirate. He's got S250. This is 200. Not that much of a difference. Interesting. I'll play with those and we'll see what we come up with. Now, I just quickly here, Perier Chevalier, who we featured quite a lot on this channel, does a whole thing about creating AI influences, not using Midjourney, but using this site here, Rendernet AI. And this is quite cool if you're trying to create an AI influencer, because what you can do is you can lock the face. I will be trying this maybe in the next episode, but you'll see here, basically he walks through it here. So you sign up to Rendernet AI, you create your image. So in this case, and I'm just going to borrow this, even though he's done it in this app and not in Midjourney. But then what you can do is you can put on this thing called face lock. And then, so the face remains the same, doesn't change the face. And then you just give it different settings. And there you've got your AI influencer in all these different settings. So if you're ever interested in creating an AI influencer, as there are many already on Instagram or whatever, and you're looking for that consistency, maybe this site, Rendernet AI, AI matches with unmatched control with this face look feature, allowing you to lock the face in place so that you can then create, if you're creating an influencer, you can say, here is my influencer at the gym. Here she is, or he is in a coffee shop, etc., etc. So we're going to certainly play with this. It's Rendernet AI, and it uses ControlNet as its sort of the engine behind it all. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you because it's very interesting. But we will try the AI influencer. I'm going to go raw on this one. Let's go, raw. Keep that like it is. And we'll go portrait of course, a Japanese female Instagram model, light hair at a coffee shop. Let's go. Here is your token Japanese woman, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously me putting in a Japanese woman in a bikini on the last video thumbnail clearly did very well. If you've not seen that video, make sure you check it out. Okay, so here we go with our Japanese influencer. She's not looking particularly Japanese, but she does look like an influencer having a cup of coffee. Well, I can't see it. She's on a balcony there. Are we all right with the fingers there? There she is, Japanese influencer, fair hair. I see, sometimes if like if I put in a Japanese with fair hair, it sort of confuses it slightly. It's easy for you to do Japanese woman, and then it just more than likely going to come back with a Japanese woman with either dark hair or, depending on her age, dark/grey hair. When you start putting in a hair color that is not familiar, you get kind of slightly weirder results. It sort of skews it slightly. So, for instance, if we remix this subtly, right, taking out the blonde hair on this one, and we'll see what we get. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Now this is interesting. Put reflection on the windows. Why has it done that? It's sort of, are these rendered through properly? Are they finished? It's like we're either looking through the window. Like what's with all the window reflections going on here? At a coffee shop, the cityscape in the distance. That's not done a very good job, has it? I mean, it's sort of like, why is there no, that's weird. There's no sort of window reflections here, and the city's in the background. All I've done is change the hair by not stating have fair hair, just a Japanese woman, and it's come back with this sort of glitchy, soft diffuse sunlight of the colours around her. Yeah, that needs work. That's a bit disappointing, don't you think? That's a bit weird. This is fun. Again, this is from Perier. And it's a stippling effect, very simple, stippling of, and then you put your subject and description in. So it's like, a pencil drawing, but lots of dots. There's an artist I really liked years ago, a modern artist, American artist, and he does these massive, massive portraits of people, and they look like photographs. They are absolutely stunning, and they're enormous, like 6 foot tall portrait, and they look like, say, like a passport photograph. Okay, of a friend, all the detail and the wrinkles and, every texture of the skin and everything. But when you go up really, really close and you look closer, you realize this is not a photograph. It's been done in this sort of stipple effect way. These are genuine pieces of art. I remember seeing about 25 years ago, a couple of times, in a modern art museum in London. And then there was an exhibition of them in, I think, in New York. When I was in New York, I went to the same exhibition. I'll try and find what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the guy, Chuck Close. And you see what I mean? You look at these here. Look, you can see relative to the size, there he is sitting down next to his portrait. And at first you think, these are like stunning photographs. But then you realize they're actual drawings, like pencil drawings. It's unbelievable. Maybe we should use Chuck Close as a sample, as a reference to see what we get back. Anyway, back to the images. We're going to go scribbling of Godzilla roaming the streets of Tokyo, towering above. How about that? Okay, we just put it in like that, and we're going to see what comes back. Okay, so they're coming through now. Let's see what we've got. Wow. That is slightly like a kid's pencil project drawing, although I like it. I do like it. There's something fun about that. And that looks like, with felt tip pens. And there we've got almost, like an ink comic book style drawing, which is kind of fun. And again, I love that, the kind of stippling effect. Very different. I like this one because it looks like a sort of slightly like a kid's, like some sort of fangirl's picture of, Godzilla they've drawn in their notebook or art book or whatever. That's quite fun. I quite like that. It didn't turn out how I expected, if I'm brutally honest. Let's do highly detailed illustration portrait of Japanese woman in style of Chuck Close. Let's see what we get. Bearing in mind, this is the work of Chuck Close here. This self-portrait here. Look at that. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite artists, modern artists. Some of these I've just made with tiny, tiny dots. But then what he does is he also does versions with like larger dots like this. Or like these. Really cool effect. Self-portrait. Look at this self-portrait. Unbelievable. When you look closely at a photograph, the original photographs are sort of made of little tiny dots. That's how he creates it. Unbelievable. It's not a photograph. Anyway, that is the work of Chuck Close. So we're going to see what Midjourney does. Okay, so bearing in mind, so that's not quite right. That's closer. There we go. So these are much closer to a Chuck Close style artwork. Yeah, I would say. His very distinct style. And that is much closer to it. That one, and I'd say that one. Less so that one. I can see what that one's trying to do. That's trying to be in the style of these later, these ones here. I get that. Not quite carrying it off. But these, highly detailed portrait, that one especially is good. In fact, they're both good. I like that one. Really nice. And it's not all young Japanese women before anybody says, you see? I like interesting portraits. It's gone for character. That's the thing about Chuck Close. All his portraits, when it's not of him, they're of his friends or they're of people with real character in their face. That's a younger version of him. But you see there's real character in his face. And by me asking Midjourney to do this, it's sort of found character. Yeah, people with interesting character in the face. Interesting as well, they got glasses, and that again, that's because I think because Chuck Close, he's wearing glasses. He's got his round glasses on here, very distinct. They've sort of given each of these, well, these three glasses. Let's remix this. I'll try and make it younger if we can. Let's remix of. I'm swapping to. No, I'm going to keep it raw. And portrait, make it square. I'm just going to make it square, and we're going with that. Okay, let's see what we get with these ones. Okay, so these are much more like sort of pencil drawings. What's going on here? That's very weird. This here, and what she's like, she's having some noodles or something. I put young Japanese woman. It's not really made them that much younger, which is interesting. My favorite. I like this one, other than I don't know what's going on here and with this sort of noodle half coming out of her mouth. Let's do some, let's very subtle. Okay, wow, it's gone really weird now. Was that subtle? Okay, this is very subtle. It's gone a bit weird. It's drifting away from the style of Chuck Close. It's sort of getting the pixelation all confused. It's giving them like kind of weird spots now. Yeah, we've sort of drifted apart. We've drifted away from where we were. This is my favorite, except it's got the weird spots going on. I think that's the reference that it gets are these kind of weird spot things to create the artwork that Chuck Close uses. And then it's coming back with these. Very, very interesting. I want to show you. So on my other channel, I talk about gaming a lot. There's been a lot of discussion about Microsoft and Xbox changing their strategy basically. And, you know, is this the end of the Xbox console, blah, blah, blah. So I needed a thumbnail to represent that. And so I just put in here, Xbox suspended. I got sidetracked there. Xbox suspended in midair, melting with plain muted background. So I just wanted a plain background because it's for a thumbnail. And then it came back with this one here, this one in the top corner. And I thought that is perfect for a thumbnail. And then I realized I hadn't put it in 16:9. So I just extended the edge of it. And then we end up with this as a thumbnail. And then there's space to put text and stuff like that. But again, that is an Xbox Series X. And it's sort of melting and collapsing. It's a very dynamic image and it works so well. And I just put like, is this the end of Xbox? I put the actual thumbnail up. Is this the end of Xbox? Again, the ability to create thumbnails now and then, like I did, I think in my last video, I showed you that thumbnail I created for, you know, dating at 50. This was absolutely perfect and it encapsulated what I wanted my video to be about. Basically, a melting Xbox. I just created it in Midjourney. So there are real practical uses of Midjourney, especially if you make YouTube videos and stuff like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you found it useful. If you did, then please hit the likes because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content just like this. And of course, if you're new to my channel, then arigato gozaimasu. Do me the massive favor of hitting that subscribe button and toggling that notification bell. And that way you'll know when I post videos just like this. I try to post videos like this on a regular basis. So make sure you are subscribed. And hey, why not check out some of the videos over here? These ones here. Thanks for watching.